Hello everyone, welcome to this art journaling video. I'm Delisa from Rooted Strength Studio, the creative heretic. I'm going to apologize in advance for any camera wiggle. The overhead recording setup that I have is not very stable, and so pretty much every little move makes everything jiggle, so sorry about that. And also I live in a house with other people and animals, and so you may hear background noise. Hopefully the dogs don't get too wild. Okay, so that's out of the way. This video is going to be for my year-long photo plus journaling project, where each month I am drawing a random word out of a bucket and then using that word as a photo prompt and journaling prompt. So for January, and the months are running like, it's not the first of the month to the end of the month. It's they're overflowing into each other. So like obviously now it's February, but this is the first month, so it'll go from kind of like the beginning-ish of each month to the beginning-ish of the next month. So the first prompt for this year was the word shine, and I ended up taking this photo of, there was a jar of water sitting on my windowsill, and the sunlight was shining through there and casting this light reflection up onto the wall, and I just thought that was really cool looking. The water ripples playing on the wall, and so I took a photo of that, and so that will be the photo for this month. And I'm just gonna work on journaling this. I am not always very awesome at talking and journaling at the same time, so we'll see how that goes. This little photo is one I printed out on a HP Sprocket. So if you're wondering what I print these with, that's what I printed it with, because it has a sticker back so I can just stick it down. But before I get started into doing that, I want to put some kind of background thing happening into my journal. So I've got my watercolors over here that I've already put them down. And so we're just gonna kind of go for this. I don't know what, I forgot to get out my color swatching that helps me remember what color is in what spot in my palette. So I kind of know which colors I'm basically grabbing, but if you asked me what the names of any of these colors were, I would not be able to tell you. But I'm just going to put some colors down and then let them kind of spread out in the water. I don't have any plan, no no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here, so, which is fine. When we're working in our art journals, we don't have to have a plan when you start. You don't have to have any clue whatsoever about what you're doing. And that's okay, because you can just make marks on your paper, put in random colors where you want random colors, or do whatever. That's one of the things I like working with watercolor, as you can just put the paint down and then let it flow about the water, and kind of let whatever happens. I think got those kind of gray colors down. I might go in and put some brighter color in, kind of pretending like we're representing shadow and light here. Let's see. Grab a little different brush here. This is a round brush. Like, I don't have any fancy stuff. You just use whatever it is that you have to use. And you know, that's all that matters. Put in a little splotches of yellow. I don't know how well this yellow is showing up on camera, but it is showing up on my page. I might use this other more goldeny one and get some of this over here too. And yeah, like I'm only journaling on this page right now, but if anything splashes or runs over onto the other side of this paper, it doesn't matter. It'll just add some extra to whatever I put over on that. So yeah. Now I don't have a hairdryer anymore. I used to have a little hairdryer that I would use to help dry the pages. Oh, look, oops. I got a little wild with my paint splatters, and now there's some on the photo. That's okay. I am gonna wipe the paint splatters off my desktop though. I need like a bigger mat for protecting my stuff, or pay better attention to what I'm doing or something. Yeah, so we'll let this dry. Do I want to put salt down for some texture? I'm gonna say no, just because at the moment I don't know where my salt is. So so I'm just gonna let this dry like this. Of course, watercolor dries lighter, so this will just be a very mild little background that will be perfect for putting a photo on and doing some writing around it. So let this dry and continue. Okay, the paint is dry now. You can see, like watercolor does, it dries a little lighter than what it looks when it's wet. That's normal and that's fine. Now I gotta figure out where I want to put this. I want it like this. I don't think I want it down at the bottom. I'm not. I mean, maybe. I think I kind of like it up here a little more, and then having this even lighter spot here have some room for words to go in there. Now, I don't want to have it this way. When I took the photo, it does go this way. This is the direction the light was on the wall, but I kind of like it going horizontally better. It feels like something is zooming in, kind of like that. So because this is sticker paper from the HP Sprocket, I am going to attempt to peel the back off. Probably the worst thing about using these is trying to peel the back. There we go. So that's the backing. This part is sticky, and I think it's going to stick it down right there. Just smooths that around. Now, if you have your photos are not printed on sticker paper like this one, you can always just glue or tape them in. I'm gonna spill stuff. Sometimes I use one of these little tape things or glue stick, whatever you have, and then you can also add washi tapes if you want a little more adhesive stickiness around it. Yeah, this little desk is really, I feel like it's really not quite big enough space for me in my paints because I'm just very klutzy. So now I want to put down the words for this. Now remember, the journal prompt for this month is shine. And I'm just gonna write something. I like writing things out. Okay, I'm gonna close that a little bit before I get too wild here. I like to write things out in pencil when I'm first deciding what I want to say and how I'm going to kind of place the text on. I don't worry about doing pretty or, perfect writing or fancy scripts or anything like that. I just write, but I do like to put it down in pencil first while I'm thinking through what I want to put down, and all that good stuff. So let's see and when I'm doing this, I am thinking about my photo, whatever image I have chosen, and thinking about the energy of it, what this image wants to say, how it makes me feel, what it makes me think of, that kind of stuff. I mean, you can also just write down, I could just write, prompt shine photo of light shining through a jar of water reflected on the wall. Like, that is totally fine to write that as like just information as like a memory keeping thing. So I might just write the word shine kind of big down here. And so I just kind of like put things in a pencil so I can figure out the size and spacing, and it doesn't have to be pretty or anything like that, because the pencil, even on the watercolor or whatever, you can always go back and erase it. And as long as you're being gentle with your eraser, it's fine. Let's see. Okay, yeah, just like a short little thing. And then what I do is I will take a marker. I do have colored markers that I could use, but I will probably just choose just one of these black ones and take a thicker one. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt pen in medium. I like have a bunch of different ones, and just go over. You don't have to copy perfectly where I put the pencil, because that will get erased. That was just there as a placeholder. And then I might even, it's probably fine, because the thing you have to think about, sometimes, you know, depending on your background, your lettering can feel like it's disappearing and not standing out very much. And then I'm going to take a smaller one and just go over what I wrote here. Like I said, no fancy scripts or trying to do super pretty lettering. This is just my regular handwriting. So, and it just says light flash, future flare beams play across time. And I feel that like that kind of really reflects this image. Now to figure out what I've done with my eraser. Oh, here it is. Yeah, and depending on what kind of pen you use, what kind of ink, marker, whatever, you might have to give it and what kind of paper you're working on. You might need to give it a moment to dry into the for your ink to dry, your marker to dry, whatever you're using, before you go over and just really gently start erasing your pencil marks. And then once your pencil marks are erased, if you have used a pencil, then you can take a look at what you have and decide if you need to go over your writing to make it easier to read, or make your lines thicker, or anything like that to help it stand out better. I also like to take I'm really bad at remembering what sizes the numbers on the pens actually equal to. This is like the little super thin one, and it barely even works. And just somewhere on the paper, I do like to put the date, and I'm just going to put Jan 26 here because that's what this prompt is for. So yeah, you can do something really simple like this. I really like working in a watercolor journal with watercolors and just letting the paint and the water react to each other and move around on the paper in whatever way they like. You could line, your image to make it look like there's a shadow there. Add any extra kind of decorative stuff you want. Like, you can make these as complicated, decorated as you like, or as simple as you like. Like this one, it's more complicated. There's like a whole little mermaid on there. But yeah, so complicated, as easy as you like. Like I said, I like using watercolor. Like this one, I didn't add any extra stuff. This that's on there on the page was just from like soaking through the paper, and where the paint and stuff from the other pages had accidentally got onto here, and that's fine. Your art journal is what you want it to be, as messy as you like. So yeah, so this prompt, Shine, is for it's January's prompt, so we are into February now. I will be drawing the prompt, the next prompt, the second prompt for this year-long project, later on this month. If you are interested in joining in and participating in this journaling project, please like and subscribe so you know when the prompts come out and what the prompts are. I will put the link to my Substack down below so you can subscribe there, so you get an email about the next prompt when it is available. And yeah, thank you for watching and journaling with me today. If you enjoy what you see here and would like to support this channel, please like and subscribe.